Hey, hey, Vicky. Hey, Vicky, hey. You and your Viking friends. Are they the words? It sounded like, are they you and your Viking friends? I might be wrong. It just sounded like that at the time. Anyway, welcome to my shed. Welcome aboard the good ship 6x4 timber box. Yes, and I've got some pickups, a fantastic little array that make me feel happy. Okay, what I bought has made me feel happy. I had a little adventure out into Ashton, the east side of Manchester, far east side of Manchester, the other day, and I went to a lovely little shop there, been before, called Rewind Collectables. Guys, check it out. I'll put the link where the link's supposed to be. Go, is it the bio? I don't know. In the description, I'll put the link in the description. Get yourselves over, check it out. Honest little shop. Tons of stuff. I was in there about an hour and a half having a root and a rummage. I'll come to that in a minute. So anyway, I got myself down one of the CX Altrincham because it's tidy, it's organised. They like me there. And I went in and I got myself this game. I've been after a while actually, and I got a nice little surprise when it was the guy was putting it in the box, and he went, "Oh," and he told me a little bit of info. But yeah, I got myself NBA Ballers. I'm sort of hoping it's going to be like NBA Jam. It's probably nothing like, to be honest, but I do like the cover. I like the graphicness of the whole thing. I think it was really cool. And yeah, you got everything in there. But what I like most is, as the guy was packing it up, he went, "Oh, 2 discs," because it comes with a soundtrack. Why aren't we doing this? Why is this not happening? You know, why have you got to spend like 40 quid to get some kind of box set when it was just commonplace? And an instruction manual. You know, don't get me going, but really pleased with that. And that was 1 golden coin and 50 pfennigs. So, yeah, it was good. You know, I don't want to harp on about money, but when you get something you really want and you've not paid much for it, there's no better feeling, is there? Following on from that, I then went on to get myself something for only 50 pfennigs, which, you know, typical me. But 50 pfennigs, and I've always liked the cover, but I wasn't prepared to pay big money for this, and that is Turok Evolution. And it will probably never ever get played, but for 50p, everything in, brilliant. 2 golden coins, 50 pfennigs, my friends. 2 golden coins spent in total. But I'm not going to go on about money anymore. And then also in the same shop. Now this game to me is video game nostalgia. No matter how many times it's been released on any platform, even the worst, even on the Spectrum, it was kind of good. It was just good to own it, and that is Rampage. Oh, come on, guys. This is just an absolute midway. This is what arcade was all about, wasn't it? This is how I remember arcades. This is just awesomeness. It really is. And I bought this because I've not even got a Wii, to be honest with you. Look at the graphics on the back. Come on. I got this for a project, and I don't think I'm going to compete with that cover, to be honest. But I really do. Just to own it, I'm happy to have that in the collection. I've had it before, when I traded in my Wii, like I've traded in everything else in my video game life. I traded that in with it, and I really look back and regretted it, because I've got this on quite a few other. I've got this only in, like, you know, Midway Classics, Arcade Treasure type stuff. But yeah, to actually own it. Actually, have I got this? I've got this on PS2 as well. But I really like this Wii cover. Brilliant. So that's Rampage. And then taking the journey back to Rewind Collectables in Ashton. When I was in there, he had a nice little Spectrum depository of games. He had games up high up, like the big box games, and he had his cassettes just quite low down. He's obviously tight on space now, he's got that much stuff, and it was great to get on my hands and knees and just rummage through. Guys, yeah, just do what you want. And I was pulling out cassettes after cassettes, and I just stumbled. I stumbled across about 10 games I really wanted. Now I had to really discipline myself and say, mate, just get a few. Just get a few. Now you can always come back. And we were all like £1. You had loads of Mastertronic classics, Army moves, which I left behind. We left that soldier behind, sir. And I thought, no, just take your time. And I bought this game purely on the cover artwork, although nothing else. It's a role playing like a Ian Livingstone, Steve Jackson book, which was quite common because he even had Lone Wolf, and it was a £5, and I was like, oh God, which is the best? I only wanted to buy that out of the nostalgia reason. I wanted to buy this because of the cover design, and I'll probably never play this, but this game is the epitome of Spectrum cover to me. And it was only, I think it was £1, £2, and to have this is just, to put it up there with the Spectrum collection and never play it is enough for me. And that is the Runes of Xandos. Look at that. And when you get that little Spectrum in the corner there, you know you've arrived. Dorcas Games, you know, how many games did they make? I don't remember any other than this, to be honest, but just to see that shading, it's almost up there with like Monty Python, in it, but then with like a Yes cover at the same time, and it's really Dungeons and Dragons. It's just the epitome of that time, and that is worth, you know, everything for me, without sounding like, you know, a fucking nutcase. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now, just to see that, and probably never play it because the gameplay, other than seeing the loading screen and hearing the sounds, the cover, just to own that is more than anything in the Spectrum world to me right now. And that's just, anyway, my God, what's going on with me? But yeah, really pleased with that, and that is the Runes of Xandos. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So really, really happy with what I've got there so far. The other game we had, this was more expensive, is again sort of reminiscent of, you could see the timeline of Atari cover art, sort of as Spectrum was later on. You could see that evolution of cover art and style, and the gameplay. The games look like good actually, and that is, now I don't remember this, but it was on Silversoft, so I had to buy it, and it is Trouble Brewing. Now look at that, you know, just that is, you know, again, I bought for the cover alone. When you look at the gameplay, it's just manic miner, you know what I mean? It's typical of that time. You can look at the character there, he's just there, you know, he's basically that sort of manic miner style character. But the cover art, just to own this, I think it's like £4 on Silversoft. Again, I love anything with that Spectrum. It's so nostalgic, and again, you could see that on an Atari box or Coleco box, couldn't you? Do you know what I mean? That artwork, hand drawn. You know, the guy probably had about 2 or 3 months to do it. We need it doing now. Probably got his mate to do it, but you know, really sort of nostalgic. I'm really pleased with that. And that was from Rewind Collectables, where I also got myself a goddamn Dreamcast controller, because I was kindly given a Dreamcast by SLR Mod Shop, and I didn't have a controller to put in it, but I've got one now. Really happy with that, and I'm going to do a little vid. I've got some games, but there's a couple of games in particular I want on the Dreamcast. So yeah, so I've got myself a Dreamcast controller. It's only £5, guys. You can see, you know, where the budget's gone this month. Anyway, so I also at CEX I got myself, I had this film already, and I must have left the CD in a video, an old PS2, and bloody flogged it at one of my events, and it was Roadkill. So I got myself a new copy of Roadkill because the kids absolutely, as the family this is a family film. They absolutely love this film. It sort of touches on that horror genre that I said, the Halloween-y feel that I was going to try and bring to this, like, you know, horror. Even though it's a road movie, it's still a horror. It's almost like a slash. Absolutely brilliant film with the late Paul Walker, unfortunately, who left us some years back. What potential he had was phenomenal. Kind of reminded me a bit of Henry Fonda, the way he looked, and you know, he could have played as he got older a really good bad guy. You know, wouldn't he have been a good bad guy? But yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, he passed away. But yeah, what a brilliant film, what a legacy, and that is Roadkill. Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, got that back. You know, so the kids are really happy about that. They love that film. And the other film I got is Jennifer Lawrence in this one, and I was sort of hoping it was. I brought it home and then Michelle went, "Oh, I've seen that already," and I was hoping it'd be like a sort of anything that. Basically, it was house at the end of the street, and it sort of reminded me of Last House on the Left, which is what they've gone for. The style, sort of the newer version, which is a really good. Last House on the Left is a really good remake with Jennifer Lawrence, and anything with the word house in is normally pretty good. And I watched except for House, I watched House recently. I've not seen it since I was, you know, a teenager, and I thought it was a bit shit, to be honest. You know, apart from the GI zombie guy, the undead guy. Sorry, I love William Catt as well, but load of shit. Sorry. Yeah, I know it's you know, we're horror fans type of movie, but yeah, when you watch it again, it's a kids movie. It's pretty shit. Yeah, sorry guys, but yeah, I wasn't that impressed, to be honest. Wasn't as good as I remembered it, but hopefully this film with the word house in it will be pretty good. And then I found this absolute utter classic TV show, and I know I harp on about UFO and all the rest of it and Space 1999, and this really paid homage, like the way them TV shows were filmed, like your Randall and Hopkirks and the Protectors, had a certain look about the way they were filmed. There was a certain like filmation, the way it was shot, and Jerry Anderson sort of did the same thing, a UFO, and it's that era, like 1970s, late 60s, early 70s, and this guy absolutely fucking nailed it. And I won't go on too much, but a TV show you should really watch if you like your Spaced. If you like Spaced, and this set Nathan Barley going as well. It's a brilliant show, but this is the absolute best of TV shows up there. Is Spaced for me. This is the best, and it's a Channel 4 production, and they should be patted on the back, and that is Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Now guys, you may not be familiar with this, but you have to watch it, and I'm going to go along with this, and you'll know all the actors on the back there, a couple of them anyway, but I'm going to go on the back I'm going to go along with this. So you've got Garth Marenghi as Rick Douglas, you've got Madeline Wool as Liz Asher, and Todd Rivers as Lucien Sanchez, and Dean Lerner as Thornton Reed, and just the whole parody, and it reminds me like the t-shirts I do, the Manchester based t-shirts. Listen, this is good fun, it's brilliant, it's hilarious, good sets, well filmed. They knew what they were doing when they made this, and to be honest with you, I can't believe there was never another series. It is fucking brilliant, and that is Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Guys, get on that. If you've not seen it before and you want to see a bit of something out there, that is the TV show. It could be 20 years old this now, and this show never got the credit it deserved. It's just fucking awesome. So yeah, Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. And then I'm going to get right onto the horror now. This is hitting the Halloween theme. Know nothing about these movies, but they had to be bought. I'm going to start off with this. I think it's an Italian film that disappeared, and then when the Italian, we're all Italian film enthusiasts, sort of hit the scene, they decided to throw this one in from nowhere, but it actually looked pretty good. I quite fancied it, and it's called Nightmares Come at Night in a Farmyard Accent. Jim lad. What the hell was that? What am I doing? Nightmares Come at Night. It shouldn't be a bit. Hang on. Nightmares Come at Night. Maybe that type of voice, perhaps. Maybe not. Again. But yeah, Nightmares Come at Night. It basically a stripper murderer horror movie, 1970s. I don't know if it's Italian or Spanish, to be honest with you. I know nothing about the film. Jess Franco kind of rings a bell. May have done some good stuff, I'm not too sure. Looks like good fun and cost nothing. So yeah. And then we got another one here that I only bought this because it said from the producers of Creepshow, Zombie Attack, the Museum of the Dead. So know nothing about that, but that bit is what sold it. I love Creepshow. I love all the Creepshows. Just I don't like watching them on Sky. Is it on Horror Channel or something like that? I mean, it's just like, hey, have we got a really bad version of this we can play on the Horror Channel? Yeah, I found this one in a dustbin, swimming in acid. It might still play. Yeah, let's put that on. It's just like blurred focus, like it's been shown in America on when they had that really weird screen resolution in America. Everything looked like soap. If you remember soap when you were kids, if you do or you don't, it had like a really soft focus because the resolution they used over there. Anyway, but yeah, so Zombie Attack to keep you in the Halloween theme. Zombie Attack. Know nothing about it. Hopefully it's good. This one I bought. I know nothing about this. I was actually surprised when I saw it, but the cover really sold it to me. And that is George A. Romero's Survival of the Dead. Did anyone know this was even out there? I didn't. I didn't know it was out there. Knew nothing about this film. But that artwork, it's actually pretty damn cool. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Nice to add to the collection. Again, keeping it in a Halloween themed of horror. And I'm really pleased with that. Will I watch it? Of course I will. In the house? Probably not. In the shed? Probably while I'm doing a video. So, yeah. Survival of the Dead. And guys, I had on in the background Fistful of Dynamite, and the bastard's gone off. So, which makes me think there is a problem with the DVD. But it won't do. It's because I'm playing it through my PS2. When I put them on my PS2, they play up. When I put them on my PS4 in the house, which I use as a Blu-ray, it works. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me tonight at Mike's Shed. I hope I've touched on a sort of Halloween-y theme. I may not have. I may have just waffled a load of bullshit for the past 15 minutes, but as long as somebody, one person, if I can entertain one person, I'm happy. I'm happy. If one person comes away, this going, actually, it was alright. Job done. It's the fact you've watched that's important. Guys, thanks for joining me. I'll see you all again soon. Thanks for stopping by Mike's Shed. And take care.